Hello and welcome to Radio. Old School opens new doors. Attract sponsors for your show. I'm your host, D. Scott Smith. In this series, I'm sharing strategies I use to differentiate my podcast and generate revenue by adding broadcast radio to my distribution. This is the concept I'll be presenting live as a speaker at the Podfest Expo, January 2026 in Orlando, Florida. If you'd like to join me there, check the show notes for a link to get discounted tickets. You can find more resources and information at my website, dscottsmith.com. Now, let's get into today's episode. D. Scott here. Welcome to episode 6. One of the biggest fears podcasters have about radio is the technology. They imagine satellite uplinks, engineering boards, and expensive hardware. I'll be speaking January 2026 at the 12th Annual Podfest Expo in Orlando as a part of the Monetization track. I've got a link to discounted tickets in the show notes. Here's the tool I use to deliver my show to radio stations, Dropbox. You need an FTP client like Dropbox or Google Drive, and you need to know the difference between MP3 and WAV files. Podcasts usually use MP3s. They're smaller files and easier to stream. Radio usually wants WAV files, uncompressed and of higher quality. I simply export my episode in the format the station manager requests, drag it into the Dropbox folder, and I'm done. The other technical barrier is the FCC. People are terrified of fines. The reality, it's not that hard. There are 7 dirty words you cannot say on broadcast airwaves, and you know what they are. If a guest swears, you beep it or you edit it out. I have created 2 versions of episodes which would be questionable on air but are fine for a podcast. The broadcast master, the .wav file, has strict timing and no swearing. The podcast master, the MP3, is flexible on time and can be uncensored if that's your brand. Don't let the fear of the tech or the feds keep you off the air. If you can edit a podcast, you can produce a radio show. Join me for our final episode. I'm going to give you a preview of my Podfest 2026 talk and how to get a cheat sheet on what you need to differentiate and get your show on the radio. Details and downloads will be on my website, dscottsmith.com. Head over there and learn more. Link to my shows. Subscribe to The Waco Experience, an American Story, and I'll see you on the airwaves.